Another boring show, really. It's a shame because Brooklyn was kind of hot that night, last night. Um, Here's your March 20th, 2017 Raw review. Raw was presented, well, Raw was live, I should say, from Brooklyn, New York, in the Barclays Center. Always a good crowd there in Brooklyn. Mick Foley came out to the ring to start the show. In the prepared statement, he thanked Stephanie McMahon and Triple H for his and apologized for his actions. Reading off note cards, he tore him up and started yelling. There was a lot more he wanted to say. His microphone got cut out. Stephanie came out and fired him, basically. Sami Zayn came down to the ring with the crowd singing his entrance because they do that in good crowd singing his entrance. Mick told Sami not to push it. Sami got in the ring and told Stephanie she should be ashamed of herself. Stephanie told him that he should go to the back and think about how he's going to make the top tour. Zayn started leaving and came back and said he's definitely the smart thing, he's only doing the right thing. And as he said that, Samoa Joe came out. This definitely made a match between Joe and Sami that happened right now. Before the commercial break, Sami hit Joe with a tope con hilo. As Sami, as Joe was getting to it, I guess he was talking shit to Mick Foley and hit him with a tope. Samoa Joe beat Sami, and it was a good match. Made him tag with the cocaine and clutch. Good match though. Good match. I'm pretty sure they're probably gonna be wrestling at Mania. I'm not opposed to it, honestly. I'm not really. I think it'll be a good way to get both of them on the card, one-on-one match. I think it'll be good for both of them. Mick was backstage saying his goodbyes. He gave Sami Zayn a hug. Talked to Sheamus and Cesaro, and he also talked to Bayley. Gave them all hugs. Remember that for later on in this review. The Announce team interviewed Seth Rollins' physical therapist for an update on Seth's condition. He said Seth's rehab was going miraculously, but there is no doctor in America that will clear him for WrestleMania. The fear is that if Rollins doesn't compete at WrestleMania, they'll be seeing him in the doctor's office the next day. Yeah. This is clearly a work. You're not going to have Seth get hit with a crutch in the leg if he wasn't cleared. You know, that's just stupid. It's just stupid. If he's already injured and it's not, fully healed, why would they do that? We had Charlotte versus Dana Brooke. Dana Brooke apparently is face now. I guess. I don't know. I guess. Charlotte got the big boot, hit her with the big boot, and got the pin. That's basically all that happened in that match. It was Dana Brooke with some flurries of offense. Charlotte eventually got her with the big boot, hit the 1, 2, 3. Chris Jericho hosted the episode of Highlight Reel with the real Kevin Owens as his guest. He showed a picture of Kevin Owens as a teen wearing a Y2J shirt doing Chris Jericho's signature pose with a Chris Jericho poster on his wall. He shared some Twitter DMs from 2014 with Owens reaching out to Jericho for advice. He said he's not Owens' friend. He's his hero and his idol. And when his music hits at WrestleMania, Kevin Owens will finally realize what he's got himself into. And then Jericho was about to put him on the list, and then Samoa Joe came down the ramp, allowing Kevin Owens to sneak attack Chris Jericho from behind him with a pop-up powerbomb. Owens tore up the list, put a couple pieces of the list in his mouth, spit it at Jericho, and did Jericho's pose over Jericho's body. I'm glad they're showing the Kevin Owens we all want to see, not the pussy. Well, I guess this is kind of tagging somebody from behind. It's kind of a pussy move, but at least the ass kicker, the prize fighter that we all saw, not the comedic bullshit we saw with that whole time he was wrestling with when he was doing the thing with Jericho. Next we had a 1.5-second match, I'm sure like that, between Brian Kendrick, T.J. Perkins. Kendrick tried to push Perkins to the referee. Perkins stopped, and Kendrick used a distraction to hit sliced bread number 2 for a win. After the match, Kendrick grabbed the microphone and called out Akira Tozawa, and then revealed he had Akira Tozawa's passport, and his latest rule for Tozawa did not leave things lying around. Kind of dumb because if you don't have a passport, doesn't that mean you can't leave the country? Doesn't if he's already here, he doesn't need his passport to stay. I think if you need a passport, that's for you to whatever. Remember earlier I talked about Bailey getting a hug and embracing Mick Foley as he left. Stephanie McMahon took this, and she had a vendetta against everybody who was embracing Mick Foley and hugging Mick Foley as he left. So she put Bailey into a no disqualification match with Nia Jax. Nia Jax won by pinfall after a Samoa drop, which put Nia Jax into the WrestleMania match for the Women's Championship. So this match is now a fatal four-way match between Bailey, Nia Jax, Sasha Banks, and Charlotte Flair. That's the only 4 girls they've been using, bro. Might as well put them all on WrestleMania. Might as well. All the call-ups from the draft are going to be fighting. Yeah. I think everybody that's been called up from the draft besides Finn Balor is going to be fighting in a title match at WrestleMania. I think. Besides Finn Balor and Eva Marie, which she might be coming back for that SmackDown Women's Championship match. Yeah. Besides Finn, American Alpha, and Mojo. Besides Finn, Mojo, and possibly Eva Marie. Finn would be, but he's injured. Mojo sucks, and Eva is doing whatever. So besides those, most of the call-ups from the draft are going to be fighting for titles. Carmella, Bliss, Nia, American Alpha. That's crazy. I'm glad to see that the NXT people are getting used in a good way, but I don't know if they're all entirely ready for that. I don't think Nia's really ready for a WrestleMania title match. I don't know, but hopefully she does well. The next on the the Stephanie McMahon vendetta towards everybody that had a relationship with Mick Foley. Sheamus and Cesaro were put into a 2-on-4 handicap match between those two against Enzo and Cass and the Club. And Stephanie says if Sheamus and Cesaro lost that match, they would be out of the tag team title match at WrestleMania. So, yeah. The Club, Sheamus and Cesaro made their entrance. The Club made their entrance. Enzo and Cass made the entrance to a big pop. And the Club beat down Enzo and Cass before the match even started. Yeah. I don't know. That doesn't really make any sense to me. Why would the Club want to go why would the Club want to defend their titles in a tag team match why would the Club want to defend their titles in a triple threat tag team match instead of a standard tag match? I don't know, but I don't know. Cass responds to that by taking out Luke Gallows as he was about to tag into the match. Carl Anderson reached for the tag. Enzo cut him off. Cass cut him off, allowing Sheamus and Cesaro to hit a heart attack style bro kick for the pin on the Machine Gun Carl Anderson. After the match, Enzo and Cass hit a bada boom shakalaka on Anderson. So that match is still a triple threat tag team match. This is all just a way to take up 5 minutes of the show. That's all it did. New Day had a segment, which I wish it was live in front of that crowd because it would have been the place would have fucking erupted. But we all know the thing with Xavier Woods and his sexual escapades when it comes to Paige and her videos that I think there's like 11 videos now or something like that. I saw that on Reddit. There's like 11 of them. I don't know. the promo started off with Kofi and Big E looking at Xavier as he stands in the middle. Like, is there anything you want to tell us? That's just the funniest thing to me. Another standing New Day promo talking about WrestleMania. They're still the host of WrestleMania. If anybody was wondering if they were going to take them out of being the host of WrestleMania, no, they're still the host of WrestleMania. Yeah. So we had that. Austin Aries defeated Tony Nese. Aries looks like $1 million on the main roster so far. He hit the roaring elbow on Tony Nese. I hate Tony Nese's color of his gear. He's a heel wearing baby blue. It just there's something about it I don't like. Aries hit the rolling elbow, I should say. What did he say? What did he call it? The rolling. What did Graves call it? The rolling 5-arm. Whatever. Neville came on after the match and said, and him and Aries traded insults. Aries said he is above Neville's level, and said at WrestleMania, Neville will no longer be the king of the cruiserweights. Can't wait for that match. I hope this match starts the actual show, not some pre-show bullshit, because both of these guys deserve better than that. I hope this is a match that starts WrestleMania off, to be honest. Main event, Roman Reigns versus Braun Strowman. They hyped this up all night. Roman was about to go for a spear on Strowman, probably be the first person to pin Strowman. Probably be the second. Wait, he beat him at the first time Strowman's been pinned on Monday Night Raw, I guess, if that means anything. But Undertaker's gong hit. Lights went out, and it came back on again. Undertaker was standing in the ring between Reigns and Strowman. Undertaker chokeslammed Strowman, and then you see him just like this instant sense of regret he had. Like, he was like, fuck, I really turned my back on Roman Reigns. Roman hit him with a spear and walked away. As he walked away, Undertaker did his signature sit up in the middle of the ring, and those two stared down. The show ended. I know a lot of people aren't really excited for this match. I personally think I'm one of the few people. I don't like how Roman Reigns has been pushed to be the top guy in WWE, but I will respect his in-ring work. He is a talented in-ring. He's a talented worker. I will give him that. He can't talk really well, but he's good in the ring. If Undertaker can keep up, I think it'll be a good match. That's it. Average show. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't like extremely good. The crowd tried to hijack the show a couple times, throwing a wave during Bayley and Nia Jax's match, and chanting "We want Paige" and Brian Maddox and New Day fucks and all that. Like, you know, typical dickhead Brooklyn shit. No disrespect to everybody from Brooklyn, but cause I know niggas from Brooklyn, well, people from Brooklyn that are really cool, but it's not even just like Brooklyn. It's like all these smart crowds like Chicago and Philly. I know that this page is called Internet Smarts 1, so I'm 1 too, but you don't gotta be a dickhead with the crowd chants and all that. I don't like that. You know, the idiotic chants trying to put yourselves over instead of just enjoying the show. Like, I don't like that. But hopefully next week it'll be better. Hopefully, you know, crowds stop being. Don't try to take over the show. It's not about you. It's about the people in the ring. It's about you having